begin right there this morning because you might be beginning your morning that way. KCI is bracing for what they say could be their busiest Memorial Day weekend since 2019.
Let's get to KSHB 41 News reporter Daniela Leon live at KCI, where it's already busy with travelers this morning. Daniela, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Taylor and Lindsay. Well, KCI told me they expect to see at least 20,000 people screened today and tomorrow, making it what could be the busiest days this week. Take a look behind me. Let's look at the security points right now. You can see traffic is moving along great. There has been some peak times, but overall, I have been here since 4:30 this morning, and despite this travel surge, I really haven't seen any major backups or any type of congestion. Here's how the rest of the week will be shaping up for KCI.
The airport's going to see passenger levels that we haven't seen since 2019 with this holiday period. So not only are we passing days like the Sunday after Thanksgiving and those busy travel periods, what we've seen is airlines returning seat capacity into the Kansas City market, and seats drives passengers.
So here at this new single terminal, KCI is operating additional gates and additional flights compared to the old terminals. And by the way, they have brought in additional staff to help mitigate that traffic here inside the terminal and outside the terminal to avoid any type of traffic jams or congestion at the arrival and departure curbs. Reporting inside KCI this morning, I'm Danielle Leon. Back to you guys.
So Daniela, that's not the only issue with cars at airports around the country. Denver had some issues with not having enough parking spots once people got there. What does KCI think about their parking situation right now?
Yeah, this is something that I asked KCI just simply because if there's a travel surge, I was curious how those parking lots would be shaping up. And they told me this new terminal is offering additional parking spots than the previous terminal. So they don't think the parking lots being at capacity will be an issue for KCI. They totally didn't rule it out. I checked this morning with flykc.com and I saw that the parking lot right now is at 70% capacity. So there's still some parking spots available for you guys if you're traveling out this week.
All right, Danielle Leon live for us this morning. Maybe you're like me. You're thinking, I've got 3 kids. I'm not flying anywhere. If you're traveling by car, AAA expects 37 million of us to be doing that this weekend. So when's the best time to go? On this chart, AAA says the best time to leave today is before 1 o'clock. Tomorrow, do it before noon. The worst, AKA when you hit the most traffic, is between 3 and 6 o'clock tomorrow when everyone's getting out of work and saying, okay, 3-day weekend, let's go. When you come back over the weekend, the best time to leave is before 10 a.m. on Sunday or Monday.
Of course it is. Nobody wants to drive at those times, right? I know. All right, let's take a live look outside. Let's look at the outlook for Memorial Day weekend. Guess what? Pretty good news from meteorologist Lindsay Anderson. This is great.
Yeah, let's stick around to Kansas City. If you're here locally, I mean, we're talking about some really, really pleasant weather. We are waking up to some cloud cover this morning, but nothing's going to really slow your morning down out there weather-wise. We're talking about some rain and storms to our south and west. That's where you could hit some bumpy air if you are traveling by air today to our west. And then rain is going to set up to the southeastern coast over the weekend too. Here in the Midwest, honestly, the weather is just going to be fantastic. So low 60s outside right now to kick things off. It does look a little cooler on the Kansas side where Lawrence has dropped to 57 degrees, but we all jump into the mid 80s today. It's going to be so similar to yesterday with the warmth and humidity and also a chance of more scattered storms that could develop close to Kansas City again starting around 2 or 3 p.m. So details on that, I'll let you know when they finally move out. That is next. First, Deja Jones is here checking in on the roads for us this morning. How are they looking?
So far, so good. No major issues out there. We've got, 2 stalled vehicles. That's it. Traffic flow looks really good. No crashes to let you know about. There is some construction happening in and throughout downtown. That's nothing new here. Here's a live preview of I-435. This is eastbound at Antioch. You can see eastbound and westbound looking pretty good. Not too many people out on the roadways, and so our drive times aren't being impacted too much. 13 minutes for Liberty, 21 minutes for Olathe. Blue Springs looking great at 17 minutes. If anything pops up, I'll be here to keep you updated.
All right, Deja, thank you. This morning, tributes still pouring in for the late queen of rock and roll, Tina Turner, who died on Wednesday. Fans left flowers and notes at her home in Switzerland and on her Hollywood Walk of Fame star yesterday. Just a sad day. Her legacy goes far beyond her music and dance moves.
She was a vocal survivor of domestic violence, and she has also helped save an iconic stage here in Kansas City. Did you know that, right? Let's get to Ray Daniel to explain this morning. Ray, when we learned this yesterday, I was like, wow.
Yeah, Lindsay and Taylor, Turner kicked off her world tour at the then Sprint Center back in 2008. She performed to a sold-out crowd of 18,000 people. It was a greatest hits tour consisting of 90 concerts in North America and Europe. 20 years earlier, Turner helped save another KC music venue in 1987 when she donated a portion of her profits from a show at Starlight Theater to the then struggling amphitheater.
So watching that human side of her come out was really something special.
Tina Turner was also a vocal survivor of domestic violence, as she recounted in her memoir called I, Tina. She was among one of the first celebrities to speak candidly about her domestic abuse. And Turner died at her home in Switzerland after a long illness at the age of 83. Back to you all.
All right, Ray, thank you very much. I was reading about her this morning. I think I read that she was like one of the first black artists, or maybe the first black artist to be on the cover of Rolling Stone, the first female artist to be on the cover of Rolling Stone, I believe it read this morning.
An icon.
Absolutely, the queen. Today, the Kansas City, Missouri City Council will vote on a resolution to create a landing page for community feedback on renaming Troost Avenue potentially.
This comes after a grassroots effort from a business owner on the street. On Wednesday, the Neighborhood Planning and Development Committee introduced that resolution. Chris Good, owner of Ruby Jean's Kitchen and Juicery, has been working to change the name from Troost to Truth for over a year now. Troost is named after Dr. Benoist Troost, a slave owner.
Gestures like this only signify changing tides. What they do is they open a door for change, for more permanent issues, more permanent solutions to take place on deeper, more meaningful topics.
If the resolution passes council today, they have 10 days to get the community feedback page up and running and 45 days to report back on that feedback. The city council meets at 3. Back in January, the Sunfresh at the Red Bridge Shopping Center at Red Bridge Road and Holmes shut down. That closure marked a depletion of food services for people living in that area. Imagine losing your neighborhood grocery store, right? Especially one that had been around for decades. And that's been the focus of redevelopment efforts in that area for years as well. Well, this morning, Kansas City Mayor Quentin Lucas and Councilwoman Andrea Bow announcing the city's partnership with the shopping center to open a new grocery store in that area. And pending approval, the Red Bridge Farm Fresh Market will take over that old Sunfresh store. They say it'll have quality produce, affordable prices to people in the area currently facing a food desert. We talked to people who live nearby back in January about the effects of that store closing.
This man asked me for a ride the other day to take him down to Price Chopper. See, because this a couple of days ago, he needed a ride to take me down to Price Chopper. So he's walking.
Now, that store expected to bring more than 80 new employees to the area. The announcement is going to be at 8 o'clock this morning. We're going to be there. We'll keep you updated on air and online with the details.
Summertime means pool season. The city of Olathe plans to open a few of their swimming pools early after a leak was discovered at Black Bob Bay. The city's going to open Frontier Pool, Oregon Trail Pool, and Mill Creek Pool on Saturday, 2 days earlier than what they originally had intended to do. The beach and aqua park at Lake Olathe will open as planned on Saturday. The city anticipates an update on Black Bob Bay as early as June 2nd. They're going to have to do some repairs they said should take a few days to complete.
And we do have a fun update to bring you this morning. Jackson County Parks Plus Recreation tells us they have hired enough lifeguards for their beaches this summer.
Longview Beach will open this weekend. Blue Springs Beach will open once they get their employees onboarded. We brought you this story last week, you may remember that, where we said the county's been fighting a lifeguard shortage for the past 3 years, and they needed to hire 6 to 8 lifeguards for the summer. They told us the latest the Blue Springs Beach will open now is June the 10th, not too far away. They told us 2 of their applicants applied because they saw our story last week on KCI 41. Glad to do that.
Love that.
Okay, worlds of fun. Delaying the highly anticipated return of the roller coaster Zambezi Zinger. Supposed to be today.
I know, and a lot of people like me grew up riding the old Zambezi Zinger in the 90s, 25 years ago, right? So the new coaster was supposed to open this weekend. This is what they released as like the new reimagined version. In fact, first riders are supposed to be on it today. We were going to be there live to tell you about it. But the theme park announced on social media yesterday they need more time. Before that, I got a sneak peek of the roller coaster on Tuesday and talked to them about getting ready and all it takes to see this. I got to see the ride. It's really cool. You're going to see parts of the ride that remind you of the old Zambezi Zinger. People are going to remember that spiral lift, all kind of stuff. When it was still supposed to have their first riders today on Tuesday, they told me about the testing that they put this through, right?
Kind ride. It's so unique, and obviously when you start something new from scratch that no one's ever built before, there's a lot of unknowns. Testing has gone incredibly smoothly. Before we even put anybody on this ride, each car has to do 500 circuits without incident. So 500 circuits before we can put anybody on this train. It is a highly tested, highly regulated, very extremely safe ride.
That's Brian McGannon with Worlds of Fun. So what happened, right? I checked in yesterday after that announcement, and they said testing can be unpredictable, but they say nothing has gone wrong with the ride, and they don't expect this to be a lengthy delay, so we'll keep watching. They also say that it has to be certified by third parties and the state. So 41, we checked in with the Missouri Department of Public Safety, who said this is not a delay on their end.
Okay.
We'll keep checking to see what happens.
You know,
Again,
when you finally do get to ride it, you'll be a mother of 2.
I know. I was so excited to ride it this week. That's not happening.
No,
this
it's going to
season.
happen this summer. No.
Hey, KCHB 41, you're home of the Chiefs, and they finished off their first week of OTAs yesterday.
82 members of the Chiefs' 90-man roster took the field. Again, these are voluntary practices. Notable players not there: Jody Fortson, Chris Jones, Jarrett McKinnon, Derek Nottie, and Isaiah Pacheco not in the involvement this week. The team going to be back for OTAs Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week. They have 10 days altogether to do this offseason.
And spread out. And so we got to hear from head coach Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes yesterday about OTAs leading up to mandatory minicamp. That's coming up in the middle of June.
Listen, we've got a lot of numbers, and we've got some young guys that we're mixing in with the ones there, and so it should be great competition. I can't wait, for camp, where you really get an idea of that next level, what they can do when bullets are flying, they'd say, right?
A lot of young players to add. They had a big draft class. It'll be fun. We'll get to hear from Coach Reid and some other players again next Thursday when they have that next round of OTAs. Okay, to politics now. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis making it official on Wednesday, announcing his run for president on Twitter.
And we expect more presidential announcements soon. Joe St. George has an update on the 2024 race, already talking about it at 6:18.
And the U.S. could be about a week away from defaulting on our debt. Details on the talks held yesterday and what progress is being made coming up in just a few minutes. Thursday morning, top stories we're following. In the coming hours, President Biden set to make an historic selection for the next chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. He is expected to tap Air Force General Charles Q. Brown Jr. He's a former fighter pilot with a deep knowledge of China. His confirmation would mean that both of the Pentagon's top military and civilian positions would be held by Black Americans for the first time in history.
The U.S. could now be just 1 week away from defaulting on its debt. White House and GOP negotiators held talks yesterday, and both sides said the meeting was productive, but still have several issues to resolve. Republicans say they'll only raise the debt ceiling if the White House agrees to spending cuts.
Here's your latest Kansas City forecast from meteorologist Lindsay Anderson.
Almost 6:16 here on this Thursday, Friday Eve, right before the holiday weekend. We're actually waking up to pretty nice conditions again this morning. Off in the distance, though, we've got some cloud cover out there. We're once again going to notice more of a smoky or milky looking sky as well because of some smoke still trapped in the upper levels of the atmosphere. It will not affect our air quality here in Kansas City, but it shows that smoke from wildfires burning up north in Canada still trapped and impacting those east of the Rocky Mountains. So watching for that, and we are not the only ones experiencing it. Also closer to the ground, a little bit of fog trying to form in eastern Kansas where skies have remained mostly clear. It looks like Ottawa, Kansas right now dealing with some of the lower visibility, about a quarter of a mile. So watch for that. Radar and satellite imagery, we've got rain right along the Missouri River here between Nebraska and Iowa. Otherwise, quiet conditions, some scattered clouds moving across north central Missouri, and the heavier thunderstorms racing through Oklahoma and Texas. We had our fair share of storms too. In fact, the last 12 hours brought this swath of some heavier rainfall from northern Jackson County, Missouri, up through parts of Platte County, Platte City, near the airport. 2.5 inches of rain measured there. Also for areas like North Kansas City, Gladstone, Claycomo, a decent amount of rain for you all. Now we're discussing drier, more calm conditions until 2 or 3 p.m. this afternoon before more storms form. We are in the low 60s right now from the metro northeast, a little bit cooler in eastern Kansas with those 50s from Lawrence, Ottawa, and down through Garnett. We are back to the mid 80s today. Warm. The average high is 78, so we are above average. It's going to feel very similar to how it did yesterday. Then here comes the wave, this boundary right over Kansas City and along state line. This is going to allow for storms to form and develop, moving east to west, opposite way than what we're used to, just because of the direction of this boundary pushing through. So it's moving east to west. By 7, 8 o'clock, storms completely dissipating. They lose a lot of the fuel from the afternoon heating at that time. Some cloud cover will remain overhead tonight and tomorrow morning, but pretty quickly by Friday lunch and onward, we're talking about some very dry air and the skies clearing, bringing us some great sunshine to start the holiday weekend. Look at our dew points. Our muggy meter, so nice, down in the 40s, which is unreal for the end of May, for the unofficial start to summer. So let's enjoy that. Of course, it's not going to last forever. We're going to see that humidity inch right back up come Monday and Tuesday of next week. So on Memorial Day, it is going to feel definitely more like summer, where highs are closing in near 90. But to start off the holiday, 81 is going to be the cooler day of the weekend, right around 81 degrees, 85 there on Saturday. Next week, we do have a daily chance of an isolated storm. We're going to fine tune that forecast for you a little bit more detail as we get closer. Just remember, a little bit more warmth, a little bit more humidity could fuel a couple isolated storms later next week.
All right, Linz, thank you. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, who is seen as the top challenger to former President Donald Trump for the Republican nomination, announced his campaign last night.
It's the second major presidential announcement this week, with even more expected soon, potentially. Our Joe St. George gets us caught up on the state of the 2024 campaign, the latest controversies, and where things go from here.
It's been a busy week for the battle to live here at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
I'm running for president to lead our great American comeback.
Florida's Republican Governor Ron DeSantis announcing in a Twitter video his presidential campaign Wednesday night, although his announcement did include around 20 minutes worth of Twitter technical difficulties.
I choose freedom and hope.
South Carolina Republican Senator Tim Scott didn't initially promise a big Twitter rollout, but on Monday, he did get in the race. Both candidates join a growing field of Republicans challenging former President Trump for the nomination. For the moment, Mr. Trump is enjoying a comfortable lead over Florida's governor. On the Democratic side, President Biden is only facing long shot challenges from activists including Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and Marianne Williamson. So where does the campaign go from here? Well, traditionally, once the candidates get in the race, focus shifts to debates, and there's already controversy when it comes to those events. That's because it's unclear if former President Trump will actually show up at the first debate in Milwaukee, scheduled for August. Scripps News Milwaukee's Charles Benson has covered Wisconsin politics for decades. He gets us caught up on why this matters.
But we do know it will be our first chance to look at this growing GOP field of candidates side by side as they all make their case on why they want to be back here in Milwaukee in July of next year to accept their party's nomination.
Democrats, well, they have debate drama too, mainly because it looks like President Biden won't be participating. That has frustrated his challengers, who are hoping debate moments could catapult their campaigns. John Cossack with Scripps News Cleveland caught up with Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s campaign manager, Dennis Kucinich, a former presidential candidate himself.
Does he have a path forward when you have an incumbent who does not even want to debate?
You know, that's really going to be up to the American people.
Of course, the biggest political events of the summer may be happening in Iowa. Conservative fundraisers like the Roast and Ride will take place next weekend. The Iowa State Fair is in August. One looming question is, how big will this presidential field actually get? Former Vice President Mike Pence may be the next likely candidate to join the race. He sat down with Scripps News' political director Andrew Rafferty this week.
I do believe that different times call for different leadership. Republican primary voters are going to choose wisely. We're going to choose the right standard bearer.
As far as President Biden, his campaign continues to stress he is well positioned to win again. However, his polling suggests he may be vulnerable. A recent average of polls found 41.7% of the country approving of the job President Biden is doing. 53% disapprove. Joe St. George, Scripps News, Washington.
All right, still to come, the weekend is around the corner, and so I'm going to be breaking down your weekend fun with 41 coming up after the break. Fun with 41. This Memorial Day weekend is packed with things to do around town. So let me break it all down for you, starting with Cirque du Soleil Corteo. It all starts tonight and goes all weekend long at T-Mobile Center. So there's going to be a show tonight at 7:30. Tickets start at about $39, go up from there depending on where you sit. Corteo tells the story of an endearing clown named Morrow caught in a world between heaven and earth. Next, we have NakaCon. It's an anime convention taking over Overland Park Convention Center. So Friday through Sunday, you can experience performances, cosplay competition, all things anime, and so much more. The fun starts Friday at 1 p.m., Saturday at 8 a.m., and then Sunday at 10 a.m. Tickets vary between $10 and $70. And of course, it's Memorial Day weekend, so the National World War I Museum and Memorial has a weekend full of activities. Friday through Monday, there are going to be things like research stations so that you can find your connection to World War I, a lot of different displays, and a Memorial Day ceremony, of course. Prices and times really vary depending on the day you choose to go. And one of the activities you can take part in is happening on Sunday. It's the Bank of America celebration at the station. The Kansas City Symphony will be holding a free concert. Starts up at 8 p.m. on the South Plaza of Union Station and the North Lawn of the World War I Museum and Memorial. So the festivities start at 5, include some food trucks, live pre-concert entertainment, vendor booths, so much more. You said you've been.
Yeah, we went for the first time last year, took our kiddo. It was magical. You're up on the, you're on the whole, like everything we've seen, the Super Bowl parades, the draft, the symphony, fireworks, that full line of people. It's just really lovely.
It's a great summer kickoff.
And free.
Like, really, that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, what a treat for Kansas City. So much to do this weekend, you guys. And we've got a busy Sunday. We've got a big event going on.
That's
Ray's
a different kind of
wedding.
Are
we allowed to say?
Yeah, Ray Daniel.
We did ask. We did ask her yesterday.
Okay, good. Before. Yeah.
So we will be going to celebration at the station.
We'll be watching Ray get married.
This watching our girl.
I know, so exciting.
That's our
What a
weekend
big
fun.
Weekend.
Yeah.
And I'm delivering for our girl, okay? For
Look at
Ray.
you.
Yeah,
Good
we've
job.
got some really good weather as we go into, well, yeah, just for Ray, you guys, okay? That's coming up on Sunday. Look at it. It's going to be wonderful. 80s expected. I'll let you know when humidity starts to make a comeback, though. That's next.
And Jackson County homeowners, keep an eye on those mailboxes. You could be getting a letter from this place, the assessment department. We have details coming up on how you can appeal if you need to.
And a new grocery store could be opening in South Kansas City. Details about that announcement that's happening today coming up at 6:30.
News starts now.
The Zambezi Zinger, returning after 2.5 decades to Worlds of Fun, was supposed to have their first new riders today. That is now delayed. When we could see it open, coming up.
And as you make your plans for the holiday weekend, swimming might be on the agenda. I know it is for my family.
Oh yeah, we'll tell you why some of the city of Olathe pools going to be having a pool earlier opening than expected.
And the Kansas City Chiefs finishing up their first weekend of our week of organized team activities this week. We're going to hear from Patrick Mahomes on what it's like to practice this early in the offseason, especially with a lot of those new faces just drafted by the team. But first this morning, a live look out there at KCI. This is people's feet. Travelers begin to head out on their Memorial Day weekend trips. You can see, actually, it's a little bit quieter now. You know, we check in at 5 o'clock in the morning. There's a lot of people there at 5 a.m., but a little bit slower right now between flights. KCI tells us this weekend will be busier than 2019, which was the last Memorial weekend before COVID. They're expecting about 20,000 people a day to fly out of KCI.
Additional staff coming in to help with traffic and that travel surge. We're going to check back in with Daniela Leon live in about 15 minutes.
So today, the KC City Council will vote on a resolution to create a landing page for community feedback on renaming, potentially, Troost Avenue. Troost is named after Dr. Benoist Troost, who was a slave owner. If the resolution passes the City Council today, they have 10 days to get that community feedback page up and running online, and then 45 days to report back on what they hear from people about changing the name.
Kansas City Mayor Quentin Lucas and Councilwoman Andrea Boo will announce a possible new grocery store for the Red Bridge Shopping Center this morning. Pending approval, the Red Bridge Farm Fresh Market would take over where the old Sunfresh was that closed in January. So this store is anticipated to bring more than 80 new employees to the area. The announcement's going to be at 8 o'clock this morning. Big news for neighbors there. We'll keep you updated on air and online with details. All right, let's take a live look this morning outside at the sunrise. Man, well above sunrise these days. It's so early, I can't get used to it. It's wild.
It's 63 degrees outside. It's still hazy outside. Let's get to meteorologist Lindsay Anderson. Lindsay, the last couple of days we've talked about the smoke from Canada coming down. Is that still impacting us?
Yeah, it's just locked in the upper levels of the atmosphere. Not really going anywhere right now. There's not a huge driving force yet in the upper levels. That might clear out next week or so. But yeah, we still have a little bit of a haze, a little bit of milkiness outside from some wildfire smoke. But we also also have cloud cover too. It's showing up on our satellite composite as these low clouds are drifting in across northern Missouri and parts of northeast Kansas. Now, air temperatures are continuing to run in the 60s. Actually feels great as we get this day started. 63 Overland Park, Olathe, 62 Independence, Blue Springs, 63 in Lee Summit, and Liberty looks like we're closer to about 60 degrees. Now, highs are reaching the 80s again. A little bit more humidity today. It's going to allow for more scattered storms to form after about 2 or 3 o'clock this afternoon. So heads up on that evening drive. We may have to dodge another thunderstorm out there like we did yesterday. So something to monitor out there this evening. But luckily, Deja, this morning, no weather worries for us getting into work or school. What have you seen out there?
Absolutely, Linz. You know, the roadways look nice and clear. There is a minor crash that I wanted to point out. It's not impacting traffic flow, but it's here along I-70 westbound, just past 7 Highway. You can see one vehicle involved, and then it looks like maybe possibly a semi involved as well. So just be on the lookout for that. It's on the Missouri side of I-70, again, westbound, not causing an impact. We are starting to see, though, our congestion for our Liberty drivers, so I-35 southbound, making your way from the Northland area into downtown. That's due to some construction. Man, that has been a headache for drivers. I have heard a lot of people telling me about the frustration they have getting from that area into downtown or any other area. There's really one way to go. That's about it. Drive times looking good, though, for those of us going into that area. 16 minutes for Liberty, as I mentioned, for some slow construction. And so the rest of us looking pretty good, guys.
All right, Deja, thank you very much. Jackson County folks, any day now you're going to be getting your property tax assessment in the mail.
Check the mailboxes. A lot of people gearing up for yet another potential increase. And this is something we've reported on for years. We were talking a lot about this yesterday. Remember 2019, Jackson County's property values rose 70% higher than any other county in Missouri.
More than 15,000 homeowners appealed when that happened. This time, the assessor's office is preparing to help people appeal because they think they could have another large number of people wanting to do that. Let's get to our Caroline Hogan live for us in the downtown Kansas City area at the assessment department. Caroline, good morning. You talked to a homeowner who also has experience in the housing market.
Right.
What was his experience like with this?
Well, so this man's lived in his Brookside home for a little over 30 years now, a long time. And when he opened his mail the other day, he saw that he had a 76% increase in property assessment. He was like, whoa, it was the most he's ever seen in his whole time of living here. But he knew exactly what to do. He walked right up these steps to the assessment department here in Jackson County and talked it out with them and came to a resolution.
A lot of people that if they look at what their house was assessed at now, they couldn't sell that. They couldn't sell their house for this. And that's why I think they should go down there and dispute it.
He said it was worth it. I also spoke to the county's director of assessment, and she said people shouldn't be scared to come down and do the same thing that he did. Their goal is to have open communication between homeowners and the county, and they really want to work with you.
I've got another property in their general area that had been assessed in the 300 range that got a 112% increase. However, they had purchased their property for slightly under what we have in 2019. They just had been undervalued for a long time. And our goal is to get everyone at market value so that everyone is paying their fair share.
They really don't want to have you paying anything crazy. But if you haven't received your slip yet that says your property value assessment, never fear. I'm assured that they are on their way to you, Taylor and Lindsay.
All right, Caroline, can you just walk us through, you walk into the office, they take walk-ins. Do you have to make an appointment if you want to go meet with them?
Yeah, so walk-ins are accepted, but they said a lot of people are supposed to come down there. They're kind of expecting as these parcels start to go out that more people will be coming here to do the same thing. So they say it's a good idea to make an appointment.
Hey, you don't want to be waiting in line to do that.
With all your papers. All right, thank you very much. Earlier this month, actually, Missouri state lawmakers passed a bill that freezes property tax rates for people ages 65 and older. The legislation would also end state taxes on Social Security benefits beginning in 2024. Governor Mike Parson still has to sign that bill and put it into law.
A few months ago in Kansas, Johnson County had its assessment. It was about a 12% increase in value on average, but some areas in the county had increases of 30% or more. So we will continue to follow this moving forward. If you get what you think is an outrageous statement, you might want to reach out. Let us know if we can look into that for you. You can find the latest for you about this story right now on kshb.com in the meantime.
All right, this morning we're going to keep shining that spotlight on our graduating seniors in Kansas City. This morning we want to shine our senior spotlight on Atticus O'Brien, a Mill Valley High School senior. His family writes, "We are so proud of you, Atticus. You continue to amaze us." Congratulations from all of us to Atticus and the rest of the graduating class.
Absolutely. Congrats to the grads. And hey, if you want to get your summer fun started, tomorrow I'm taking you on a one-tank trip to the Viva Social Dance Studio. It's described as Kansas City's Latin dance studio. You can learn some salsa or bachata with some group classes or private lessons. That's coming up tomorrow morning.
Go, Jacob.
Right
Go,
here
Jacob.
on KSHB 41. We will be back.
I can't wait.
At the K, maybe want to relive it if you were there. You can watch this Saturday, the KSHB 41 weather team watching all those experiments and the explosions, non-stop excitement. Jeff Pinner dropping things in the outfield at 6:30 on KSHB 41 on Saturday. Hope you can tune in. We had a lot of fun, even with the damp
Such a
weather.
great time.
It was a great, great day.
I remember it was raining that day.
It was raining, but nothing stopped the party. So
Watch near the end for the exploding bucket that nearly hits the Royals cameraman, like misses him by.
He's like, move! It's like slow mo.
Yeah, big time. Right?
It's great. But everyone was fine. Everyone was safe. 10 fingers, 10 toes we're all accounted for. So it's all good.
It's a low bar we're setting for school day.
It's all good. It was so much fun. So yeah, relive that moment with us. It'd be wonderful. Hopefully you can watch that on Saturday. Guys, we do have a storm chance showing up this afternoon. We're going to monitor that around 2 or 3 o'clock, continuing into the evening hours today. Maybe not as numerous as it was yesterday afternoon. Just something to watch for. We may have to dodge a shower or thunderstorm or two on your way home from work today. So if you can get out in the yard, maybe mow the lawn a little bit earlier this morning or afternoon, that might be your best bet. If not, anytime this holiday, anytime this weekend, looking good to work outside. We'll have details on how temperatures look next.
Plus, this weekend will be the busiest Memorial Day weekend KCI has seen since 2019. What you need to know to make your flight this morning, coming up on KSHB 41 News Today.
And the Zambezi Zingers opening at Worlds of Fun, it is delayed. I got a sneak peek before those plans changed. I'll have details, what we found out about that coming up at 6:50.
.45 on your Thursday morning. Tributes continue to pour in from music icon Tina Turner. She died Wednesday in Switzerland at 83 years old. President Biden even released a statement calling her a once-in-a-generation talent who changed American music forever. Several other notable public figures also paying tribute to the legendary entertainer online.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis jumping into the race for the White House. He launched his presidential campaign yesterday on Twitter's audio platform. The live stream event was plagued with technical problems, delayed by 30 minutes. DeSantis will compete with former President Donald Trump and other top Republicans for that 2024 GOP nomination.
Here's your latest Kansas City forecast from meteorologist Lindsay Anderson.
All right, everybody, 6:46. We made it to Thursday, getting close to Friday and the holiday weekend. We've got some cloud cover that's starting to roll in across the area. These are mainly some low clouds. Few of us dealing with a little bit of fog. Not really in the same locations that dealt with all the heavy rain yesterday, though. I wanted to show you this. Our 24-hour rainfall reports from our radar estimates, really about 3/4 of an inch close to Blue Springs, 2 inches North Kansas City, Gladstone area, and just over 2, maybe closer to 2.5 out towards the airport and Platte City. The zone of some of the extreme rain was just this narrow corridor, and it did miss parts of areas in Jackson County, far southern Johnson County, Kansas. So some of us got really lucky, maybe a little bit too much rainfall too, as I saw some videos of streams and creeks rising really fast from all that rain. More chances of thunderstorms today. We're watching that. It'll be probably the same time frame between 2 p.m. and about 7 o'clock in the evening. The risk for stronger storms is going to stay out west. This is continuously the zone of some stronger storms there. Texas, Oklahoma, western Kansas. Luckily, rain coming down over areas that need it there in western Kansas. For us, we actually have this boundary that's going to make its way east to west, opposite direction than what we're used to, east to west. So that's the direction that these storms will be traveling today. They'll be moving rather slowly. So this could also drop a significant amount of rain in a short period of time if they form in your location. So again, 2 p.m. to about 7 p.m. As we get closer to sunset, we start to lose the fuel of the afternoon heating, and then during the late evening and overnight hours, the storm chances are really dwindling. Eventually, a boundary moves just far enough west to where we don't have any concerns in your Friday. Clearing skies expected if you're traveling across Kansas for the holiday weekend. Some spotty showers, more cloud cover expected there in Missouri. Completely sunny if you're leaving town on Friday. So for your dog walking forecast today, really just watching for your afternoon walk. 84 degrees expected later on today, and then we're down to the low 80s.